Hello, Frozies! McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video! And today I'm actually going to be doing a review that I've been wanting to do for actually 3 years now. Jeez. Of the made in Thailand version of the Cars 3 Remembrance Lightning McQueen. Now, in case you're wondering why I call him that, it's because the reason why I call him Remembrance McQueen is because he's a combination of his two main paint jobs from obviously the original movie, and also the second movie, and technically Tales from Radiator Springs. Because obviously he's got the classic Rusty's logo, his classic black light tires with the red rims, similar bolt shape, and his original spoiler, but he's also got the intense flames from Cars 2, along with his working headlights and taillights. Basically like a melding of the two, where it's like a retro sort style design, but it still keeps it in the modern sort of era, which I absolutely adore with it. And as you can see, the version I got also came with the Piston Cup, which is freaking awesome, if you ask me. So yeah, before I get into any more of that, let's take a look at the packaging. And here is the packaging. Obviously, if you saw my review of the World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen, to show you really quick, this is obviously before they decided to make uniform blisters, as obviously it says new for 2021. Even though technically, this version of McQueen is not new for 2021, because he was previously released as a Toys R Us exclusive, where he came with a Piston Cup, where you would get, like, I think $40, where if you would buy, like, $40 or $50 worth of Cars merchandise, you would either get this for free, or you could just buy it for $5 on your own. So them actually kind of re-releasing it, I will say it's still a good thing, because we hardly even see this version of McQueen nowadays. Like, mainly you see either the classic version, the World Grand Prix version, Rusty's Race Center version every now and then, intro Rusty's from the beginning of the movie. You name it. And obviously now the Road Trip McQueen from Cars on the Road. So yeah. And for some reason it just says Lightning McQueen. Apparently they kind of dropped the Cars 3 title because it was getting a little bit redundant. I'm like, and again, Mattel, why I call him Remembrance Lightning McQueen? I mean, again, it's a melding of his main paint jobs from the first movie and the second movie. It makes perfect sense. For a while I called him Veteran Racer McQueen, but then I remember, what about Remembrance? Because then at least they'll have some sort of a name. And right there, you can see the indentation for the Piston Cup. As seen in Cars 3, well, the paint job for McQueen obviously was seen in Cars 3, the Piston Cup was not. The only Piston Cup we saw was the one for Chick Hicks, which he still brags about that, yes, he won one Piston Cup. Dude, the only reason why he won that Piston Cup in the first place is because you freaking made the King crash. Fucker. I'm not knocking the actors who voiced him, Michael Keaton and Bob Pearson in Cars 1 and 3. I'm just mainly knocking Chick himself. Obviously, you got Pick Remember Fillmore, Trainer Cruz Ramirez, Pat Traxton, Ducky Fauntleroy, and then Murray Clutchburn, the Cars 3 version. So yeah, now let's get into the actual diecast. So like I kind of mentioned in the last segment, the only Piston Cup we saw was the one that Chick Hicks continued to brag about on his Chick's Picks with Chick Hicks show. But it is still a nice touch that we actually do have the Piston Cup for the Cars 3 era. Though as you can kind of see in the background, it's quite a bit different from the previous two variations from China and Vietnam. But before we get into the Piston Cup, let's get into the Remembrance Lightning McQueen himself. Let's bring the Chinese version over here really quick. He's got that sort of generic, sort of happy smile, which I do still kind of agree. He should have had a slightly more determined expression for Cars 3. Just the fact that obviously he wanted to get back in the racing world and really beat Jackson Storm. Because he was... The motherfucker was trying to erase McQueen's legacy. You will not believe how much I hated Storm back in the day. Like, come on, dude. I still do kind of hate him. Like, but at this point, I kind of treat him as almost like a joke to an extent. There's the classic Rusty's logo on his hood. Rusty's Medicaid bumper ointment, rear end formula. There are his lightning bolts on either side. Working headlights with the number 95 below his right headlight. There's the signature on both edges of the roof, 95 on the roof with the roof flaps. Man, it's giving me so much nostalgia for when I reviewed it back in 2017. Black Lightyear tires with the red rims. They're his contingency sponsors, Piston Cup, Octane Gain, RPM, Revolting, and Clutch Aid. A little grainy, which, again, I've pretty much come to expect at this point. There's the Lightning Bolt Flame Hybrid. And in case you don't know, that lightning bolt shape very much echoes the original movie's design, which is really cool. Rusty's logo at the back with the gas cap. There's the Rusty's logo on his spoiler. Oh, can't do this again. Come on. Come on, are you gonna focus or not? There we go. There is the taillights, Rusty's in the center, Medicaid bumper ointment, and the 95 under the right tail light, which this, for the most part, this just screams Cars 1 McQueen. The only differences are, again, the working headlights and taillights, as well as the flames, which very much echo his Cars 2 era designs. And here's the base, N51A, meaning he was made in the 51st week of 2020 at the A factory. And he does not have the punch holes for a mayor to tow him, as obviously this came out before that, literally just the year prior to that. So I'm not really too bothered by it. If I could possibly make a custom where he has that base that has the punch holes, and I could just replace one of the other McQueens, maybe like one of my road trip McQueens that have the punch holes, and then just put it on this, so then he'll actually be able to be, so then he can actually be towed by Mater. And here's the Chinese version of Remembrance McQueen. Ignore the repainted 95. I accidentally chipped the original one off, so I just repainted it right there, so ignore that. His expression is pretty much the same. It's kind of like a little bit more defined with the eye plate here. Kind of looks a little bit more natural. And then here is the Rusty's logo. Pretty much the exact same. I think this one's a little bit more realistic, to be honest. But I still like both, obviously. And in case you don't know, I did actually paint his bolts on here in a nice silver color, so it'll be a little more accurate to the movie. And same thing with the rims. I added the yellow trim as well as the nuts in his wheels. I don't know why, I just had a bit of a brain fart there. To be a little more accurate to the movie. And this is where the real comparison comes in. The sides. One of the main differences is that the bolt on the Thailand version actually seems to go up a little bit, as opposed to the Chinese version, which goes like sort of straight forward a little bit. And right there you can see the contingency sponsors on the Chinese version are rather superior, because I mean the Octane Gain logo looks like a little bit of a quagmire right there, to quote Artsy Cars 5. Giggity. Rusty's logo at the back. This one's actually a little bit brighter. I would say that's kind of more accurate to the movie. And the gas cap's kind of punched slightly down from where it was originally, or where it's supposed to be. But again, I don't really mind that, to be honest. And actually, a bit of an interesting fact, the flames in the movie actually don't change from yellow to red or yellow to orange. In the movie, they're actually just straight up yellow the whole time, which is rather odd. But I still don't mind how they change from they fade from yellow to orange because it very much is reminiscent of the World Grand Prix era design. And then there's the back right there. Pretty much the exact same, just a little bit grainier on the Thailand version. And in case you don't know, and in case some of you newer subscribers don't know, I actually got this McQueen at a Kmart for only about $1 since it was closing. And I got him in late 2019 along with the Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet and a Fabulous Lightning McQueen, which I'm still really happy that I even got those two. And also just simply get him down and out. Here's the Remembrance McQueen with his Mini Racers counterpart. He has been exactly the same since day one. Already 6 years ago. Yep, that's right. The Mini Racers line has been around since the debut of Cars 3, which was May 1st, 2017. Even though, I'm actually just going to pan over. As you can kind of see, they actually now include Mini Racers from all the movies, as well as Cars on the Road, Cars Tunes, and as well as also some of the newer expanded universe lines, as well as doing some really cool and interesting combinations, like Rusty's Wraps, Dynaco Wraps, Silver, Metallic, Glow in the Dark, you name it. But yeah, this is basically the Mini Racer that, in a sense, started it all. I definitely really like it. And I also really like how he has a slightly different expression. I almost feel like this is what should have been on the mainline diecast, but I did make a couple customs of like one having this sort of expression and another one having a mirrored Rusty's Racer style expression to look a little bit more determined. But I still don't really mind this one too much, if I'm being honest. I know that may be an unpopular opinion in the Cars community, in the Cars diecast community. But I just kind of see like this McQueen just being used for like when he's just chillaxing in Radiator Springs with his friends and whatnot. So yeah, now for the main thing, which is the Piston Cup, which is actually kind of cool. I do like this, but it's not accurate to the movie. I do hate the fact that they took off the decaling for the lettering, where you can barely even read it now. It does say Piston Cup, and at the bottom it says Piston Cup Champion. Doesn't actually say the name of the champion, like this is supposed to be for McQueen since it came with him. I do have two other variations of the Piston Cup. Here's the this is the previous one. I actually did customize it. I got this one in the Welcome to Radiator Springs 4-pack that came with Sarge, Ramon, Doc Hudson, and Radiator Springs Lightning McQueen. I just simply painted this up to look more accurate, since like this one, this didn't have any paint for the Piston Cup text at the top. And it also says Piston Cup Champion as well. And here's the first one that was kind of available to the market, which was from the which like I said came with this McQueen, and there was also one that came with Jackson Storm, but they were both exactly the same. This one actually has the top actually painted in, and this is also using the Precision Series mold from the 2016 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of the Precision Series Fabulous Hudson Hornet. I actually put a picture on the screen I'll put a picture on the screen and right here so you can see the comparisons really quick. I do have it over there, but I just want to, but right now I'm just kind of lazy, just simply like laying down right now. Yes, I am actually kind of laying down right now, just simply while filming this. But yeah, I would say I actually really do prefer this one, but I don't really mind any one of them. I don't see this as like a third place style Piston Cup, so all we really need is a silver one. So then the goal would be first place. And actually, oddly enough, the bottom part right here is actually in bronze as well, where it's supposed to be black. And also, just simply for laughs and giggles, let's get a bit of an evolution of McQueen going here. Here's the classic Cars 1 McQueen. Here's my custom Radiator Springs team Lightning McQueen. And then here's the Cars 3 Remembrance McQueen. Look at that. That is just amazing right there. Now let's just get these two in the back there. Just seeing this just always brings warm feelings to my heart, because I love this is one of the reasons why I love Cars 3, because it really does harken back to the original movie while still keeping at least a few small ties to Cars 2. You know, like I said, since coincidentally I'm recording this the day of the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 1, time, where I've said multiple times, time has been very kind to the prequel Star Wars trilogy, but I would honestly say the same for Cars 2. Time has definitely been very kind to Cars 2, which I definitely very much appreciate. And hopefully I can possibly do reviews on the podcast of Holly Shipwell and Finn McMissile soon. I do have Holly Shipwell, I want to do Finn McMissile as well, but I think it would be better if maybe I did the two of them as a double review, since obviously they're always meant to go together. I mean, they're almost like yin and yang and whatnot, almost like, or to an extent, which you can see in the background, Ami and Yumi. Yeah, you can see right there. I have them in their ninja outfits. They're basically always meant to go together, or Cosmo Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy and Goddard, Bob and Larry, you name it. Anyway, back to McQueen here. Again, this brings so much nostalgia to me. And even though I was originally on board for Cars 4, now I'm like, with the current leadership at Disney, not really interested. But fortunately, we can always go back to the classics and just simply relive our childhoods and just avoid the newer crap from Disney. So yeah. Anyway, like usual, social media links are in the description below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. I definitely hope to do more Cars Diecast reviews soon, as well as some more LEGO Star Wars reviews. Fingers crossed that I can also get that Ami Yumi 2-pack of that Ami Yumi Rock-On 2-pack. Fingers crossed! Because I've been gunning that thing for quite a while now, after getting that 2-pack you kind of see in the background. Whew! And as for that matter, the new Jenny YouTube figures as well. So as usual, love every versus to death, and of course do not forget to keep it rigid for McJuggerNugget.